What time do you get up normally in the morning?
For me, it's usually about 7.
7, okay.
But I go to bed late, so usually I go to bed around 1 a.m. or so.
1 a.m.
All right, last question. 3 pieces of advice to entrepreneurs.
I think certainly extremely tenacious, and then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100-hour weeks every week, and then
a lot of work.
All those things improve the odds of success. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you know that you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Okay, so you're CEO of 2 companies, you're chairman of Solar City. Talk about time management. How on earth do you do this?
Having a smartphone is incredibly helpful because that means you can do email during interstitial periods, like if you're in a car, you're walking, in the bathroom, everywhere. You can do email practically when you're awake. And so that's really helpful to have email for SpaceX and Tesla integrated on my phone. And then it's just you have to apply a lot of hours to actually working. So the way I generally do it is I'll be working at SpaceX on Monday, and then Monday night flight to the Bay Area, spend Tuesday and Wednesday in the Bay Area, then at Tesla, and then fly back on Wednesday night, spend Thursday and Friday at SpaceX. In the last several months, then I would fly back here on a Saturday and either spend Saturday and Sunday at Tesla or spend Saturday at Tesla and Sunday at SpaceX.
Give me an example of that. Like, what's one thing that you've done that on that you feel has worked for you?
Sure. So somebody could say, in fact, people do, that battery packs are really expensive, and that's just the way they'll always be, because that's the way they've been in the past. You're like, well, no, that's pretty dumb, because if you applied that reasoning to anything new, you wouldn't be able to ever get to that new thing. Like, you can't say, horses, nobody wants a car because horses are great and we're used to them and they can eat grass. There's lots of grass all over the place, and there's no gasoline that people can buy, so they're never going to get cars.
Right.
People did say that. And for batteries, they would say, it's going to cost $600 per kilowatt hour, and so it's not going to be much better than that in the future. And you say, no, okay, well, what are the batteries made of? So first principles would be to say, okay, what are the material constituents of the batteries? Mm-hmm. What is the spot market value of the material constituents? So you can say, okay, it's got cobalt, nickel, aluminum, carbon, and some polymers for separation, and a steel can. So break that down on a material basis and say, okay, what if we bought that in the London Metal Exchange, what would each of those things cost? Like, it's like $80 per kilowatt hour. Mm-hmm. So clearly, you just need to think of clever ways to take those materials and combine them into the shape of a battery cell, and you can have batteries that are much cheaper than anyone realizes.
의사결정을 온전히 내가 근본에서부터 쌓아 올린 건지, 부모나 권위자, 직업, 집단 등에서 차용해와서 다른 사람의 삶을 살고 있지는 않은지. 예를 들어 공부를 해야 하는 이유에 대해 생각할 때 부모님이 공부를 해야 성공한다고 했다. 지금 잘 사는 사람들을 보면 다 공부를 열심히 했다와 같은 추론의 방식은 요리사의 사고방식입니다. 반면 셰프는 공부라는 것에 대해 정의부터 합니다. 공부는 세상에 이미 존재하는 지식을 내 뇌에 이해하고 기억시키는 과정이다. 지식이란 무엇이지? 내가 왜 지식을 쌓아야지? 시험을 잘 보기 위해서다. 그런데 왜 시험을 잘 봐야지? 시험을 잘 보면 대학을 잘 가고 성공할 수 있다. 그러면 성공하는 유일한 방법이 시험을 잘 보는 것뿐인가? 성공은 왜 해야 하는가? 공부로 성공한 사람들의 비율은 몇 %인가? 라는 식으로 나만의 논리를 연결해 나가죠. 우리 주변을 돌이켜보면 삶의 방식과 가치관 혹은 일을 하는 데 있어서 이미 존재하는 양식을 그대로 따라하는 요리사 유형의 사람들을 심심치 않게 발견할 수 있습니다. 미국이 세계 유례 없는 초강대국이 되었던 것은 기존의 유럽의 문화를 전부 다 버리고 아무것도 써있지 않은 백지 위에 나라는 무엇인가, 어떻게 통치해야 하는가부터 써나갔기 때문이고 근본 원리들로부터 건국했기 때문입니다.